if you don't already know, then you will have to try a few things. Try a few things, and if something you find interesting, don't leave it. Initially, there is a learning curve in everything, and that's a very boring thing to do. You know, it's frustrating at the initial stages, and most people quit in the initial stages. And learning, even though I've used the word curve, it's always like a staircase. You know, you reach a point, and then you reach a point of saturation. There is no growth, there is no learning. You feel, I'm not learning anything new. And then you change your ways a little more, and you take on new, more challenging things, and your brain, your mind gets adapted, and you reach the next level, and the next level, and the next level, and the next level. So try a few things, something you fancied maybe growing up or earlier as a child you wanted to do, try it. Anything that helps you invest your energies properly. It could be something as simple as painting or dancing, or something even as deeper as spreading the word of God. It could be anything you fancy. But doesn't matter what it is that you do, there will be times when you'll feel incredibly bored, when you will question your judgment. At that time, you have to see if you're trying to escape, or if you are genuinely, if you've grown out of what it is that you're doing. But if you change your method, you will get to the next level. So you won't know, in a nutshell, you won't know till you try. Try a few things and see what makes you happy, what it is that you're passionate about. And everybody has a different temperament. If you enjoy interacting with people, maybe you can take up something, a social service as a part-time thing, or help others, or maybe as part of your career do something that helps you excel in that utilizes that talent of yours. A couple with a young child approached their preacher once. He was a priest, and they said, we really want to know what our child will become when he grows up. And the priest said, we have to know what his tendencies are like, and then we can ascertain what his inclination is going to be like. And they said, well, that sounds fair. How do we go about it? The priest said, it's very simple. In his room, put a bit of beer and put some money, as if it's lying down, somebody else's money, and keep the holy book, and also put basically a Bible there. If he picks a Bible, he is going to be a very religious person, and he is going to spread the word of God. If he picks up beer, then you can stop him at that time, because he's underage, remember? If he picks up beer at that time, then you can, then we'll know that his tendencies are a bit more restless, very ordinary. He would go about fooling around as he grows up. And if he picks up money, he is going to be a merchant. And also put a pen next to it. If he picks up the pen, then he's going to be an intellectual. By the way, that's how they also select Dalai Lama, you know. They believe that he's reincarnated in the next birth. So when the Dalai Lama leaves his body, so there is an oracle type of person who says, this is where he's gone. In that area, they meet all the kids who are born after a couple of years. Like that time, they meet them after 2-3 years. And they put all these objects of Dalai Lama amongst other toys and stuff. If that child picks up that object, the Dalai Lama's stuff, then they say, this is the Dalai Lama. So learn to pick the right stuff. Who knows, you might end up being on that post. So this child, so the parents, hid themselves in his room, and they put 4 these things in the table. He came and he saw this money and this beer and this Bible, and he saw a pen, and he looked around and he couldn't see anybody. So he opened the pen, looked around, put it in his pocket, took a sip of the beer, drank it all, and put the money in his pocket, and walked away with the Bible. And the father said to his mother, "Oh my God, he's gonna be a politician." He's gonna be a politician. So we have to see what your tendencies are. And it's very easy to see. It's very easy to see what your tendencies are. You simply see what it is that you like. There is this thing in Sanskrit we call padarth bhavna. From what you accumulate in life, what you have inside you is what you want in your life outside you. You know, there are those who love collecting stuff, for example, and there is so much furniture in their house that you can't even walk. You know, every day you will bang your own knees and you'll stub your own toes in your own house. If there is so much clutter outside, there's going to be enough clutter inside your head as well. From what we are drawn towards shows what it is that drives us. So take a good look at what all you have, your handbags and your wallets and the rest of it, and you will know what it is that you're carrying, and your answer of what you should pursue lies somewhere in between. If you don't have anything you're passionate about, then I suggest you try a few things, notably maybe take up some musical instrument or singing if you like. That way you can bore others enough, and those who don't like you will leave you quicker. Or you can take up some sports, some physical activity that utilizes your energies, or some mental activity like chess, or some intellectual activity like reading and all. So try the whole range and something will tick for you. And nothing comes easy. Begin with that mindset. Whatever it is that you want to champion, you have to be able to be willing to put in the time.